Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Magical Witchy World TV. I am Starr Ravenhawk.
And I am Rhonda Alin. Welcome back, everyone.
Yes, yes, yes.
And on with the show.
Yes. All right. So if you tonight, we have a different show on tonight because we do not have a guest tonight, and we'll talk about what's coming up in the next couple of weeks at closer to the end of the show. But for now, tonight, what we're doing, we wanted to catch up with all of the astrology parts for everyone. So I know we did the first four signs at the last week, and because I did not have no, the week before, and last week I was unable to do it because my laptop had died and I was not able to pull it up. So this week we're making up for it and we're doing the rest of them. So we're doing all of the astrology tonight for the rest of everyone. So that way it's fair for everyone, and you'd be able to get the rest of all the signs done.
Yes.
So we're gonna start with, I believe it's Leo tonight, right?
Starting with your sign, Leo.
That's not mine.
Oh,
Mine
you're
is
Aries. What am I
right.
saying?
I know, right?
What? Starting
And
with
which
Leo.
sign are you?
Yeah.
Which sign are you now also?
I'm Scorpio. So
Okay,
I'm
so
coming up.
yours is still to come.
Yes.
So tonight I'm gonna begin with Leo. So Leo, your monthly affirmation is I attract opportunities. Oh, wait. Let's do that astrology clip.
Oh, what are we
You forgot to
doing?
do the
We gotta do our intro to
our
astrology. You know what happens when you don't follow the routine.
I know,
So
I know.
anyway,
It just kind of
here
throws us
we,
off.
yes,
It's
here we
okay. We
go.
remembered in time
It's
before I began.
astrology time.
We're so hilarious, right?
Yep.
Take us off of our schedule and we're
Yes.
gone, right?
It's good. We're good. We're back. We're
Okay,
good.
so as I said, we're going to start with Leo. So your monthly affirmation, Leo, is I attract opportunities that bring me financial prosperity. So, and I should repeat that. I attract opportunities that bring me financial prosperity. So, money is on your mind thanks to Virgo season lighting up your finance sector. So, your Leo horoscope for September 2024 might have you craving the good life. Big changes in your career trajectory will be happening, which started at the very beginning of the month. There's something that is changing in your work environment or other parts of your everyday life. Whatever it is, it may have felt like it came out of nowhere and can cause some strong feelings. So, use your creativity to create new opportunities. But be wary of defeatist energy lurking in yourself or others that may be around you. But at the new moon on September 2nd, it had you considering long term investments, whether those have to do with your bank account, your relationships, or personal growth. So it could be any of those things. And then the lunar eclipse on September 17th may have had given you some challenges, but this is the universe's way of pushing you to use your creativity to get out of this situation. You may find your patience and autonomy, is tested, but don't run into the arms of another controlling person or situation. Bodily autonomy is a big deal, especially
Yes.
right now. Okay. With a little wait time, preparation, faith, and ingenuity, you'll be put in a situation that best fits you. Then the genius ideas will flow through you, and your community will rally around you to help. It will make you start to question some things. So do some of your relationships needs kind of tune-ups. Kind of ask yourself that question, or ask yourself, are your boundaries shot? Are some of your repressed fears catching fire? So you have to kind of think of some of those things, but deal with these issues now before they turn into roadside emergencies. Okay, just saying. And once the autumn equinox hits on September 22nd, you can shake off the heaviness and enjoy some fall themed fun, which we know we all look forward to when the harvest comes along. The sun in Libra lights up your communication zone, so you'll be feeling extra social, especially once chatty Mercury joins the party on September 26th. Speak your truth at the end of the month, straight out of your mouth, or the horse's mouth, or the lion's mouth, either one,
Mm-hmm.
as the Mercury Casimir can inspire clear thinking, and you'll know exactly what needs to be said and done. All right,
Fabulous. Right
Leo.
on. On to Virgo. So, Virgo, your monthly affirmation: I am on a road that leads to self discovery, to discovering my true self. Again, I am on a road that leads to self discovery, to discovering my true self. The sun is shining in your sign this month. So your Virgo horoscope for August 2024, well, that was last month, is filled with plenty of opportunities for growth, plus a chance to start rewriting a few storylines completely. So here we are. We're talking September law. Things kicked off with a new moon in your sign, offering you an empowering new beginning that helped you buckle down and start getting serious about your longer term goals. You may also have had a nagging feeling about stepping into a side of yourself that you walked away from recently. This feeling is triggering and is guiding you to look for a philosophical foundation to help you during these emotional ups and downs. Your group of friends may even be encouraging you to go back to being an older version of yourself, causing you to lash out and wonder if you need to consider ending these connections. This can be frustrating as you're trying to conclude Virgo season the right way. However, you do have support. It's just that your vision is a bit clouded right now. Sit with yourself and think about the people who encouraged the new and improved you. Be around them and surround yourself with their support. Then your clever cosmic ruler Mercury skipped into your sign way back on September 9th, making you sharper, wittier, and quicker than ever, and had you impressing people with your brilliance. We just went through this powerful lunar eclipse on September 17th, and you were asked at that time to get real about relationships. Are you being a little deluded about love? Like, are you deluding yourself in any kind of way? Do your expectations need to be brought down to earth? Face the facts while also honoring your heart, as this is the start of an important personal and interpersonal journey. The sun leaves your sign on September 22nd, followed by Mercury a few days later. So you might feel more focused on finances, especially if some celebratory birthday splurges got the best of you. There are aspects of your relationships, both platonic and romantic, that mean you there are aspects of your relationships, both platonic and romantic, that mean you put your loved ones' wants above your own, and you're getting tired of it. You're ready to let that go, even if it means you have to let these loved ones go, just so you can get back to self love and putting yourself first. You want to get back to building your own values instead of basing your values on others, and should indulge in some self love tools to help you get into this energy. Continue welcoming this change with open arms as it will push you to being your best self. Make a budget or some money moves around the 30th, as the Mercury Kazemi will bring some fresh ideas, especially when it comes to your fun.
No, that's
And that's important for Virgo too.
everything is money this month so
Yes,
far.
yes, yes.
All right. So, Libra, your monthly affirmation is I am at peace with my past and I look forward to my future. Wow, that is so amazing. I love that. I am at
Mhm.
peace with my past and I look forward to my future. That's a hard thing to attain. I'm going to say that.
Serious.
Your solar season is fast approaching, and your Libra horoscope for September 2024 is making sure you cleanse away everything that isn't serving you in order to make space for some birthday blessings. At the beginning of the month, you had quite reflective, thoughts over the transformative moments of your life, the ones that came out of nowhere and shook you to your core. Yeah, this could be considered a gentle push to not only be grateful for what and who you have in your life, but to also do some emotional healing,
Mm.
especially if it's connected to family and home. This deep healing can bring up a realization of some emotional attachments that you may have. So take a break from your busy social life to spend some time in solitude, which is a good idea. Get in touch with yourself as your cosmic ruler Venus in your sign is conjoining the south node of destiny the following day, forcing you to flush out attachments that are hindering your growth. Although sometimes hard to address, it is best to tackle them, even if that means you have to isolate yourself a bit. You want to be ready to face the world again, but remember, you're feeling quite sensitive from all of your reflections, so be sure not to be reactive when you are triggered. Kind of learn to just act and not react. Mid month, you may have a fixed, or you had a fixed energy when it came to mundane aspects of your life, but then, as romantic Venus toured through your sign, what happened? It had a what? A trine, which with
Mm.
lovely Jupiter on
Mm-hmm.
September 14th. That kind of hit with an exciting burst of optimism. And you understand that simple things like diet, exercise, and mindfulness have an important and powerful influence in your life. So you'll want to ensure you feel your best self. You're also quickly realizing that better things are yet to come. With the lunar eclipse a few days later, it gave you that one last chance to break bad habits before you're at the next solar return. And as your birthday rolls around on around September 22nd, all of that kind of plays out. At
Mm-hmm.
that point, it's party time. The sun in your sign hits refresh on your confidence levels, and you'll want to connect with friends. Once chatty, Mercury follows suit a few days later. And then the Mercury Casimi in your sign on September 30th would bring all sorts of exciting new ideas. So start brainstorming about your birthday goals and what you want from
Mm.
this month. All
Right
right.
on. Well, stepping from Libra into Scorpio, here we go. Scorpio, monthly affirmation is I am open to making new friends who enrich my life. Again, I am open to making new friends who enrich my life. Important stuff, right? So these last weeks of summer, and we're just about wrapped up now, were a prime time for socializing. And thankfully, your Scorpio horoscope for September offers you plenty of opportunities to vibe with your crew. Virgo season energy always brings you out of your shell, and you use the new moon, that new moon of September 2nd, you use that as a chance to connect with your community in a more meaningful way, whether that's through volunteer work or simply attending a local event to meet more like minded people. Your traditional ruler Mars zoomed into the adventure sector a couple of days after that, and that lit up the desire to learn new things and have some new experiences. I can attest. Sporadic, heated moments with your loved ones may trigger you in a deep way. Again, we're back to some triggering things. So lots happening in September for most every sign. If you're single, your close friendships may be hot and cold, confusing you on how to deal with them. You know, communication is key, but there is a level of intensity when you do this. You or those closest to you can intimidate others with your words. This will be a great time to reflect on any partnerships you have, romantic or platonic, so you can find the issues and opportunities to heal. Your social life has been bustling lately, but the powerful lunar eclipse that we just went through on the 17th asked you to take the cosmic mirror and turn it towards yourself and ask, what are you contributing to the groups of people around you? Are you honoring your self expression in an authentic way? Your creativity needs an outlet to shine, and you may need to figure out how to make it happen. Although vulnerability sounds scary, Scorpios only do this with people they can trust with their lives. Truth. With Venus entering your, it's true. With Venus entering your sign, you'll want to share your love with others. If you're a bit resistant, isolate yourself a bit and decide what sharing your love looks like to you. The autumn equinox hits on September 22nd, and romantic planet Venus enters your sign the same day, promising some fun fall flirtations. Your allure is through the roof, so use it to attract the things you want and bring a little more love into your life. Right on. There you go, Scorpio.
Okay. All right. So Sagittarius, or Sagittarians rather.
Mm-hmm.
Your monthly affirmation is I am organized, disciplined, and using my time wisely. Again, I am organized, disciplined, and using my time wisely. That's a wise person right there.
Yes.
Summer may be coming to a close, but your professional life is ramping up, and your September horoscope for 2024 is kicking off with some big career opportunities. Thanks to the down to business new moon that you had in Virgo at the beginning of the month. And if you really want to set yourself up for success career wise, this is the month for you. There may be a mix up in the work environment, and although it may seem messy, this will be the perfect time to sit back and notice the problems that you have that you can fix. So you can quickly figure out solutions to it. And you're almost like playing the end game, you know what I mean, or the long game, figuring out things ahead of time. You are action oriented, so you have the spirited energy to do so, as there has been a position, opportunity, or pay grade you have been eyeing, and this may be your way in. It's a good time to connect with the authority figures in your career. See how you can help them and show your abilities. Let them shine. This is a great time to make a detailed 5-year plan that gives you some direction when it comes to work. And once logical Mercury hits your ambitious 10th house 1 week later, you'll have even more clarity on how to move forward and what projects to tackle first. While focusing on your career, there could be factors at home or even within yourself that can distract you. So if you don't handle it, even if it's an inkling of a feeling, maybe something may blow up and fully take your attention away from your career goals. So try to keep focused and, kind of say no distractions. Okay. Take care of it now so that there will be no distractions to take you away from it. So to save the tears later. And don't forget to lean on your support teams and your system. Ignore defeatist energy, as success is within your grasp and you can make it happen. Again, although all work and no play for a Sagittarian is a no go, and a gorgeous time between lover Venus in your social sector and lucky Jupiter in your relationship zone on around the mid month, September 14th or so. What you needed to do was to loosen yourself up with some romantic magic and flirt your heart out. Okay, kind of relax with it. And that lunar eclipse that happened on September 17th, that pulled you deep into your heart, forcing you to face some memories and move through some past struggles so you can fully show up as the most powerful version of yourself in this moment, in this month. Thankfully, once Libra season arrives on September 22nd, you'll be feeling more lighthearted and ready to have some autumn fun with friends. Hit the pumpkin patch or throw an equinox party to celebrate this seasonal shift.
Fabulous. Right on. All
Yeah.
right, Capricorns. Your monthly affirmation is I am in tune with my purpose and I'm passionately pursuing it. Again, I am in tune with my purpose and I am passionately pursuing it. Fabulous. As the month begins, or as it began, power hungry Pluto retrograded back into your sign for the last time in your lifetime, crystallizing some of the long term transformations you've undergone over the past years. And this intense shift most certainly set the tone for your Capricorn horoscope for the month of September 2024. That new moon we had on the 2nd of September had you facing off with your hardworking cosmic ruler Saturn, a great time to discerningly analyze everything you've been learning, sift through it to find the gems, and then expand your worldview accordingly. A couple days after, when Go-Getter Mars zoomed into your relationship zone, that time had you standing up for what you want in love. Don't sit around waiting for someone else to make the first move. An aspect of your life that is usually full of fun has gone sour, and now you're wondering where to go from here. Whether it's a dating situation gone wrong or your child misbehaving more than usual, this situation has you looking into yourself to see if you are the problem. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah,
While you're digging deep, yeah, well, while you're digging deep into your own psyche for more understanding, you may be snappy and moody to the people close to you. Be mindful of how you treat the people in your life, as you don't want to lose opportunities for by pushing people away. Instead, take this time to practice faith in your future and in yourself, and to ask yourself how others view you and how you view yourself. No need to rush. Lessons and healing will come in due time. That lunar eclipse we just had on the 17th had you facing your truth, whatever that looked like, and saying things you've been too afraid to say. Everything will come out eventually, so you may as well take charge of the narrative. And that is such an important lesson.
it is.
Own your own story. Take
Yeah.
charge of your narrative. You'll,
Accountability.
yes. You'll have more energy to put toward career goals once Libra season starts on the 22nd September. So, as the sun will be lighting up your ambitious 10th house, and logical Mercury follows suit a few days later. This last week of the month is great for brainstorming new ideas, starting important professional conversations, or otherwise making plans that'll push your business goals to a new level. Lots going on for Capricorn, too.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Aquarius, we down to the last two. So your monthly affirmation is I am protecting my energy by setting firm boundaries. That's a big deal. I am protecting my energy by setting some firm boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Your Aquarius horoscope for September 2024 has you in a sensitive place. So while you're usually cool as a cucumber, spend these final weeks of summer moving a little more gently with your feelings. That first week that was eventful in September, and as your cosmic ruler Uranus retrograded through your nostalgic fourth house around the September 1st, and Pluto retrograded also out of your sign and into your sleepy 12th house on the same day. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of the see all that things that were happening. There's a
Mm-hmm.
lot of processing happening beneath that surface, and it had you tuning into your spidey senses and using your intuition.
Right on.
And then around the new moon on September 2nd, again, that was a perfect time to check on your personal boundaries and to make sure that you're protecting your energy sufficiently. If were not, shore it up. Okay? Potential changes in the home or family dynamic made you emotionally triggered. Again, we heard that word triggered,
Mm-hmm.
which may have caused some pain due to trauma that has been addressed and is stuck in your subconscious mind. So you did kind of take care of some things, and that's good. Okay? Causing a catalyst to face what needs to be dealt with from the past so that you can heal your future. But remember, not all changes are bad. Okay, because people think instantly they hear of changes, they think, oh gosh,
Mm-hmm.
no, a lot of it is meant to take you into a bigger and better self of who you can be. To help with the emotional ups and downs, tap into self love and mindful exercises like meditation and breathing exercises. Around mid month, an opportunity came up where you needed assistance from someone that you love and trust, even though you want to be independent in the matter. I don't care who you are. There's always someone that you need.
Mm-hmm.
A big part of manifesting your dreams is allowing yourself to receive. That's a big deal for a lot of people.
Huge.
People tend to give more than they want to receive, a
Yeah.
majority of people. And even when they're asking for things to be there for them, they literally put up that umbrella and it goes over them,
Mm-hmm.
bypasses them. Want to learn how to be in that receive mode, okay?
Yes.
If you try to do everything yourself, how can you allow yourself to be in a receiving mode? You'll
Right.
be too busy trying to do everything for yourself.
Right.
This realization will bring a eureka moment. And if you follow that push from the universe, things will start to flow more effortlessly in your life. Although this may be hard to get used to, you will get the hang of it. So remember to accept help from others. Okay. And the lunar eclipse that we had on the 17th, that asked you to shift your focus onto your material resources. Again, the money part coming in again, letting go of things that aren't added value to your life and making space for things that'll make you feel safe as well as things that you can actually enjoy. But once the autumn equinox arrives on the 22nd, it's time to shake off that summertime sadness and embrace the joys of fall. Be a little more adventurous and open your heart to new experiences. After all that introspection, you're ready to explore some new and exciting terrain.
Fabulous. Wow. Awesome. So now to our final sign, Pisces.
Yeah.
Pisces, your affirmation, short and sweet. I am enough just as I am. Again, I
Ow!
am enough just as I
I
am.
love that one. I love that one.
Powerful. That is powerful. So Pisces, your horoscope for September. Virgo season is putting your mind on your partnerships this month, so it makes sense that your Pisces horoscope is bursting with romantic opportunities. Hey, as that new moon on September 2nd was the perfect time to start thinking about commitment, whether that meant leveling up with a current partner or making things official with a crush. This is going back to the beginning of the month. Carnal planet Mars then hit your sex and dating sector a couple days later, turning up the volume on passion. You channeled that adrenaline rush into a creative project mid-month when your lucky traditional ruler Jupiter kissed artistic planet Venus. Romance flowed, and as well as your artistic visions flowed around mid-month. Now you may find yourself wanting to speak before you think. And this could result in a range of things, from divulging your secrets to friends to telling a crush how you truly feel about them instead of being cool and coy about it. So yeah, and this is important. But what caused all this? Maybe subconsciously you wanted these thoughts to be out and in the open. Or maybe it's cathartic to finally express a secret you've been holding on to. But there is a deeper reasoning. There is a deeper reasoning for all of this, and you want to dig deeper and address these hidden feelings. It may be hard to do this in your current headspace. So consider traveling somewhere to clear your head and get a new perspective. It may be better to plan this trip for Scorpio season or later. So in the meantime, find a quiet space that you already have for some me time so you can gain that much needed clarity. Again, Pisces, September, time to buckle up. Buckle up because the lunar eclipse that we just went through on the 17th kicked off a massive new chapter in your life. And it's time to shed some old skins. Take off the rose-colored glasses and find the magic in what's actually right in front of you. This reality check paves the way. This reality check paves the way for the autumn equinox, and those cozy vibes set the stage for some deep introspection. It's time to check in on what's happening beneath the surface of your heart and your relationships alike. At the end of the month, down to business Saturn in your sign is vibing with go-getter Mars, giving you loads of steam when it comes to pursuing passion projects or taking initiative with a love who you'd like to keep around for the long haul. So Pisces, lots going on this month romantically and also with that introspection. We see that with almost all of the signs, I think, Starr. A lot of doing the digging deep, and I think that's part of that eclipse season that we're going through. Yeah, we have to turn that mirror on self. That I know is Scorpio work too.
Yes, absolutely.
Right on. Well, listen, we have to now do what? Throw some cards. Oh, wait. You know what? Before we throw cards, let's just show everybody and share with everybody what other shows we do have here on Magical Witchy World.
Yes, there you go.
Right on.
Okay, so what are we pulling cards on tonight?
Well, I know that we just spoke about this, and we were just referencing we're starting this eclipse season, and we just went through that eclipse of the full moon, right? So, and I know eclipses are kind of challenging, but I want us to pull a card just to say, we went through the astrology, and we already know what our sign is suggesting we look at for the month. But let's also pull a card to look at what is the shadow, that eclipse. What is the shadow that we need to be aware of for this month? What's the shadow work that we need to be looking at for this month? What's the shadow work that we need to be looking at for this month? Oof.
All right. So what do you got?
I got the Queen of Swords.
Okay.
Queen
All right.
of Swords, Lord. Queen of Swords.
What?
And I'm just looking at this. I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm getting called out also because I got called out last time. But Queen of Swords, the wounded queen. This is the queen that's, swords are all about language, and it is about information. It is about thought. It's about the way you communicate. And communicating can be a challenge. And as we were mentioning, so I am very secretive, but also we can be because we have that little stinger on our tail, we can be really kind of harsh. And this queen carries a sword for a reason. She carries a weapon. Her language can be kind of harsh, very straightforward, fact-based, no soft, warm, and fuzzy. And I can raise my hand to that. I present chill because I'm Cancer rising, so I present as a pretty chill person. But this is a call. So when I'm being called to this month, when I dig into my shadow, I am digging into that part of myself that is tending to the way I communicate. And that also has to do with not just how I communicate, but what I communicate. And with the clarity and the precision and the authenticity, which was a word that came up in the Scorpio horoscope for the month as well. The authenticity. That is the part that I need to be working through with my shadow this month.
Okay. All right. I have had this deck a long time, but this is the first time I've pulled this card, the Wheel of the Year. I've never pulled this card before.
Was that the Wheel of Fortune? Yeah,
the Wheel of the Year. Yep. And
wow.
I love the representations of the 4 seasons and everything that's there. The chalice, the athame, the chalice, the athame, the coin, and then all 4 seasons are represented. And it's basically telling you that I guess for the shadow, I have to go with what the shadow is saying. Yeah. For me, the shadow is basically saying you've gone through the entire seasons almost like in one day.
That's an eclipse. That is it. You go through the whole cycle.
Or in one month, pretty much. And, I have to kind of not react, but act on things for what they are, or just accept them, kind of go with the flow and accept things for what they are. Face them. I'm not putting my head in the sand kind of a thing. Yeah. I'm just going to face them head on and kind of deal with what it is. Some I might be more malleable and some I might kind of just chill. It depends, but facing it and head on and just going with the flow.
Yes.
Relax with it and accept things for what they are, because no matter what, this is a reality.
Yes.
It's reality based, and it's what life is about in general. So I'm all for it. I'm okay with it.
Again, I mean, people say this, and I was chit-chatting with somebody at an event I did last weekend. They were asking about how the cards work, how does tarot work, and I'm chit-chatting with them. And the one thing I mentioned, and this is somebody who studies, they're new to the cards, but they've been studying and working with the cards. And I said, I tend to tell, when I'm teaching a class or working in a group or working with a group of people work with the cards. I mentioned, even though we are practicing, studying, the cards are still a divination system.
Yep.
They're still going to tell you what you need to know.
Yeah.
If you're just playing at it, they're still going to give you some information. You and I both pulled cards tonight that definitely give us information that I can totally relate to this. That
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I can't even find the camera. I can totally relate to why I have this message for what I need to be looking at in my shadow right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it blows my mind every time. It does.
How accurate. How
It
accurate and
does.
appropriate also.
Yes,
When it comes out.
exactly.
It always, and people might say, "Oh, we're pulling these cards." I'm like I said, I have had this deck for a while.
Yes.
And you've seen me with it for a few years, right?
Yeah.
And this is the first time I've pulled this card. First time.
Not an accident. Not an accident. No, that is
First
awesome.
time.
That is
So
awesome.
it's all good. It's all good.
So you have some announcements, Starr?
Oh, yes. Well, you go first. You go first because I know yours is tomorrow. So you go first.
Well, I am just, I am still down in Austin. So if anyone is down in Austin area, I have events coming up this weekend and Monday. But this weekend I will be at, and I have to throw my glasses on so I can read this, Casa de Luz Golden Gaia Vendor Market and Holistic Fair. And Casa de Luz is I've heard fabulous things about the space. This will be my first time working at this event. But it's at 1701 Toomey Road in Austin. It's Saturday and Sunday, 11 to 5. And then I will be back. Where am I going to be on Monday? I am forgetting. But in any case, that is this Saturday, the 21st and 22nd. So that's me. That's my news. If you're down in Austin, Texas, please come out and see us. Please come out and see me and the many other vendors, because there are many other vendors at this event. Starr, what's going on? What's your news?
Okay, so my news is, I think it's really grand. I'm going to be on a panel at New York City Comic Con. So if you're in New York City, October, I think it's the weekend of the 18th. We're going to be on the panel called The Witches After Dark, and it's going to be 6:30 p.m. October 18th, Friday, October 18th. I am going to be on the panel there. So that's going to be kind of cool. It's the very cool. First time they've ever had a witches panel at New York City Comic Con. And it's a lot of people there. So it might be a packed venue. So what I would suggest is, if you could come down, do come on down. And I think there are about 4 or 5 of us on the panel. But it's called Witches After Dark panel at New York City Comic Con, October 18th. Friday, October 18th at 6:30 p.m.
Represent.
Hope to see many of you.
Represent. I love it. I love the fact that Comic-Con has, and as you said, this is the very first year.
First time.
Inaugural year for this kind of a Witches After Dark.
Yeah, they've never had witches at their event before. So I'm very honored to be one of the people that's on the panel. And and represent.
Awesome. Exactly.
Yes.
That is awesome. Because Comic-Con, obviously we're talking fantasy, we're talking, figures, but here you have a panel of real witches.
Right. And
so we can take it out of
Llewellyn, we have Llewellyn backing us with this.
That is fabulous.
So I think it's either Llewellyn or Weiser, one of them. One of the
That is fabulous.
Yeah.
You have support.
Yes,
you have people that are in representation matters. We say it in all
absolutely.
realms and areas of life. That is awesome. That is awesome.
We will be there.
Yes.
And just so you know, again, we're not quite sure if we will be having a show next Friday as yet. We're not sure as yet because we're all over the place, kind of a thing. So we didn't. Lord. That's why we wanted to make sure you got all of the astrology tonight.
Yes.
But we will keep you guys abreast of what's coming up as soon as we know. All right.
Yes.
And let's see what else is coming up. Oh, well, we have Mabon. I want to wish you all a very wonderful Mabon this weekend. Yes. We are going to be in Tompkins Square Park from 2 to 4 p.m. You guys got to come into the front, either on the entrance at Avenue A between either 7th or 8th Street, East 7th or East 8th Street. and
Mhm.
you can't miss us. We're right there, and it's going to be a picnic brunch. So bring a dish
Beautiful.
or drinks, or what I would say, bring a dish. I prefer it because it's our Thanksgiving that we celebrate.
Yes,
We
yes.
will have a nice spread of whatever foods that are brought. We will have a ritual and of Thanksgiving and enjoy sharing
The
food together.
harvest. Yeah,
Okay,
yes.
so many of you there.
A beautiful equinox celebration to
Yes,
all who
yes,
celebrate.
yes,
And I am excited to quite honestly move into the season. And I know it's the equinox, so we're in, we're Libra season, so we're looking for that balance. This is always a challenge for this Scorpio girl to get back into a balanced state and moving into the slowdown of the year and moving into this quieter time. It helps. It,
yeah,
it really helps me. So I am.
yes,
I
yes.
wish everybody a happy and fabulous
Yeah,
equinox
absolutely.
season.
And you
Yeah.
just reminded me of another thing too. I forgot I had all these things going on,
Mm,
October 5th on 4th Avenue, the street festival there. We are going to be between 12th and 13th Street, and we're selling all kinds of costumes and cosplay items that you medieval stuff and everything else. And witchy
beautiful.
stuff, of course, candles and all the different things. So do come out and see us there on October 5th, all day long. All right.
Fabulous. More events. I'll be back in Jersey by end of next weekend.
Yes.
And well, we'll go into all those events later, but back in Jersey next week. So,
Yay.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So we will see you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. Okay.
Have a great weekend, everyone.
Take
Thanks for
care. Bye
watching.
bye.
Bye bye.